This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53 on the dot. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the morning sprint.
Yeah, Mark Peterson talking about the dry, warm day ahead of us.
We're just 2 days away from Inland Northwest premier foodie event. Bronte Saratsky is live with the details on Crave.
Sydney Charles has details on a new development this morning ahead of today's NATO summit meeting.
But first, we're continuing to track a fire burning in Grant County. The Baird Springs fire has been burning since yesterday, and this morning we're learning that all evacuation notices have remained in place overnight. Now, the fire has burned about 2,400 acres west of Quincy near the Crescent Bar Resort. Level 3 evacuations are in place for Crescent Bar. That's the area circled in red here. As of midnight, Highway 28 has reopened in both directions. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to update you throughout the morning.
Heartbreak in North Idaho. A 2-year-old from Rathdrum died in a hot car Sunday. Idaho State Police believe the child was playing in the car and ended up getting trapped inside. Fire officials say across the country it is the 11th time a child has died due to being trapped or forgotten in a car this year. Chris Larson with Northern Lakes Fire says parents should create a reminder to force them to check the back seat, like putting a diaper bag in the passenger seat, and afterwards making sure to lock the car doors when you leave the car.
After a 2-day search, an escaped Montana murder suspect has been caught. 42-year-old Chadwick Shane Mobley was found in Plains, Montana, the same town he was in when he slipped his handcuffs and ankle shackles at a gas station and ran off. Police emphasize he was very dangerous, urging people in that area not to open their doors to cries for help until they could see the person from their house. Mobley was being driven to Michigan to face charges in the 2011 murder of a 20-year-old woman.
Good morning, everybody. In our first alert weather conditions right now, temperature-wise, are very mild. It's nice. 58 into downtown, 56 into Deer Park. We're seeing those low 60s all over the place. Satellite and radar has something to say. We have a few scattered showers still left from yesterday's energy. That's going to move out of the area in the next couple of hours. We're going to see more sunshine and temperatures warming. Our high today will be 85 degrees.
That was Spokane police officers deploying a stun gun and taking the man responsible for an almost 8-hour standoff into custody. It all started yesterday morning around 7 outside the Department of Social and Health Services in West Spokane at the intersection of Ash and Sharp. According to police, 41-year-old Charleston Harper was reportedly trespassing on DSHS property. Police say he is a convicted felon with an outstanding warrant for failing to register as a sex offender. According to SPD, the large and long response on their part was necessary to try and resolve things peacefully and bring him into custody safely.
Speeding cameras like this one could be coming to your neighborhood. Spokane already has 12 red light cameras and a handful of speed cameras around the city. The city council is now considering adding even more of them near schools and parks. If approved, anyone caught speeding by these cameras will get a ticket in the mail.
Sweden is set to become NATO's 32nd member nation. This is the result of Turkey withdrawing its long-held objections to Sweden joining the alliance. President Joe Biden and the leaders of NATO ally nations take up a critical agenda today, including Ukraine's ongoing war and potential NATO membership. Though the Western allies remain committed to backing Ukraine, President Biden says granting Ukraine membership now is a risk. But in a sign of unity, Biden and Ukraine's president are set to meet tomorrow.
Crave Northwest is back starting this Thursday. The premier foodie event will take place through Saturday with a different theme each night. The event will have chefs from all across the Inland Northwest, including even some celebrity guest chefs. Your ticket will include all the food and drinks that you would want, and that will end on this Saturday with an entire celebration to commemorate the event.
Around Spokane, the new black and purple electric buses you see around town are part of the City Line fleet. The buses will route between Browns Addition and Spokane Community College, connecting through downtown and the University District. The City Line buses will run every 15 minutes, 6 days a week. On Sundays, they'll run with 30-minute frequency. All City Line services are free until Labor Day.
If you're planning to go to Lake Roosevelt this weekend, there are some fire restrictions you need to know about. Starting on Friday, all open fires are banned due to extreme fire conditions. That includes fire pits, charcoal fires, and propane campfires. During this fire ban, the only things you're allowed are self-contained propane or gas stoves and lanterns. Weather's next.